Your heart races. You signal to your companions and the hunt begins. You spread out, forming a semicircle around them, but we were agile. We scrambled up the rocks, our muscles screaming in protest. I glanced back, and there it was, its eyes locked on us, a fierce glint of determination.
In the world of wildlife, few creatures evoke as much fascination and fear as snakes. Today, let's delve into the intriguing art of snake catching, particularly focusing on how to handle these remarkable reptiles safely and effectively. First, understanding the behavior of snakes is crucial. They are often misunderstood. Most species are non-aggressive and will only strike when threatened. When approaching a snake, it's essential to remain calm and observant. Look for signs of agitation, such as rapid tongue flicking or coiling. If a snake feels cornered, it may become defensive, so giving it space is vital. Now let's talk about the equipment. A snake hook is an invaluable tool for any snake catcher. It allows you to safely lift and control the snake without putting yourself at risk. The hook should be used to gently lift the snake behind the head, providing a secure grip while avoiding its bite zone. Always remember, the goal is to catch the snake without causing it harm. When it comes to the actual catching process, timing and technique are everything. Approach slowly and steadily, ensuring the snake is aware of your presence. If it's a larger snake, you might need a second person to assist. One person can distract the snake while the other moves in for the catch. This teamwork can make the process smoother and safer. Once you've secured the snake, it's important to handle it with care. Support its body fully to prevent injury. Snakes are delicate creatures, and improper handling can lead to stress or harm. If you're planning to relocate the snake, choose a suitable habitat away from populated areas. Snakes play a crucial role in the ecosystem, controlling pest populations and maintaining balance. Now, let's address the myths surrounding snakes. Many people believe that all snakes are venomous or that they chase after humans. In reality, only a small percentage of snake species are venomous, and most would rather retreat than confront a human. Educating others about these misconceptions is essential in fostering a better understanding and appreciation for these creatures. In the UK, we have several native snake species, including the grass snake and the adder. Each has its unique characteristics and behaviors. For instance, the grass snake is often found near water and is known for its swimming ability, while the adder is the only venomous snake in the UK, identifiable by its distinctive zigzag pattern. Learning to identify these species can enhance your experience in the wild and help you respect their habitats. Finally, let's not forget the importance of conservation. Many snake species are threatened by habitat loss and human activity. By promoting awareness and understanding, we can help protect these fascinating animals. If you encounter a snake in the wild, appreciate it from a distance and allow it to continue its journey unharmed. Catching snakes is not just about the thrill, it's about respect for nature and understanding these incredible creatures. Whether you're a seasoned handler or a curious observer, the world of snakes offers endless opportunities for learning and adventure. Embrace the challenge, and you might just find that these misunderstood reptiles are more fascinating than frightening.
Imagine standing on the sunburnt plains of Australia, 60,000 years ago. The air is thick with the scent of eucalyptus, and the distant calls of wildlife echo around you. You're part of a small group of hunter-gatherers, skilled and resourceful, relying on your knowledge of the land and its creatures for survival. Kangaroos are your primary target. These remarkable animals, with their powerful legs and agile movements, are not just a source of food. They are a vital part of your culture and community. You've spent years observing their behavior, learning their patterns, and understanding their habitats. You know that they graze in the early morning and late afternoon, seeking out the freshest grass. As you prepare for the hunt, you gather your tools, stone-tipped spears, crafted with precision and care. Each spear is a testament to your skill, honed over generations. You and your companions move quietly, blending into the landscape, your hearts pounding with anticipation. The hunt is not just about the kill, it's a complex dance of strategy and teamwork. You position yourselves downwind, ensuring the kangaroos won't catch your scent. One of your companions lets out a low whistle, signaling that the herd is nearby. You can see them now, their powerful bodies moving gracefully across the terrain, unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. Timing is everything. You wait for the perfect moment, when the kangaroos are distracted, perhaps nibbling on the tender grass. Then, with a shared glance, you spring into action. The thrill of the chase ignites your adrenaline. You run, your feet pounding against the earth, your spear poised for the throw. The hunt is a test of endurance and skill. You must be quick, but also precise. A well-aimed spear can mean the difference between a successful hunt and going home empty-handed. As you close in on your target, you feel a surge of determination. This is not just about feeding your family. It's about honoring your ancestors and the traditions that have been passed down through generations. When you finally make the kill, there's a mix of relief and gratitude. You gather around the kangaroo, sharing in the moment of triumph. The meat will provide nourishment, but it's more than that. It's a celebration of life, a connection to the land and to each other. You'll use every part of the animal, from the meat to the hide, ensuring nothing goes to waste. As the sun sets, casting a golden hue over the landscape, you reflect on the day's events. The hunt has strengthened your bonds with your companions and reaffirmed your place in this vast, beautiful land. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, part of a rich tapestry of life that has existed for tens of thousands of years. This is the essence of your existence, an intricate balance of respect for nature, community, and the relentless pursuit of survival. Each hunt is a story, a lesson, and a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. Imagine standing in a vast icy landscape, the air crisp and biting. It's 250,000 years ago, and you're part of a small group of early humans, huddled together, your breath visible in the cold. You're not just surviving, you're hunting. Your target? The giant cave bear, a creature that towers over you, weighing up to 1,500 pounds, with massive claws and a fierce roar that echoes through the valleys. These bears are formidable predators, but they're also a source of food, fur, and bones. Every part of the hunt is crucial. You've spent weeks tracking their movements, studying their habits. You know they prefer the dark, damp caves that dot the mountainsides, where they hibernate during the harsh winters. You've gathered your tools, sharpened stones, sturdy spears, and the knowledge passed down through generations. As you approach the cave, the tension is palpable. You can hear the bear inside, snoring deeply, unaware of the danger lurking outside. You signal to your companions, each of you silently preparing for the hunt. The plan is simple but dangerous. One of you will draw the bear out, while the others wait to strike. With a deep breath, you step forward, making a noise to rouse the beast. The ground trembles as the giant cave bear stirs, its massive form emerging from the shadows. Its fur is thick and matted, a testament to its survival in this harsh environment. You feel a rush of adrenaline as it spots you, its eyes narrowing with curiosity and instinct. The bear charges, and you sprint back, heart racing. Your companions are ready, spears poised. As the bear lunges, you work together, using speed and strategy. It's a dance of life and death, a test of your skills and teamwork. You strike, aiming for the vulnerable spots, while others distracted, shouting and throwing stones. After what feels like an eternity, the bear falters. It's a brutal struggle, but eventually, your group prevails. The victory is bittersweet. You've secured food for your tribe, but you've also faced the reality of nature's brutality. The bear's fur will keep you warm, its meat will nourish you, and its bones will be used for tools and weapons. As you gather around the fire that night, sharing the spoils of your hunt, there's a sense of camaraderie and respect for the creature you've just conquered. You reflect on the balance of life and death, the constant struggle for survival in a world where every day is a challenge. This hunt isn't just about sustenance, It's about proving your strength, your place in the world, and the bonds that tie your community together. In this unforgiving landscape, every hunt is a story, a lesson in resilience and cooperation. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, carving out a life in a world filled with giants, both animal and human. And as the fire crackles and the stars twinkle above, you know that tomorrow will bring new challenges, new hunts, and new stories to tell. Imagine standing on the vast, open plains, the sun beating down, and the wind whipping through your hair. It's 130,000 years ago, and you're part of a small band of early humans, navigating a world that's both beautiful and perilous. Life is a constant struggle for survival, and every day is a new challenge. Today, however, is unlike any other. You've heard the distant rumble, a sound that sends a shiver down your spine. It's the unmistakable thunder of hooves, wild horses, a massive herd stampeding across the landscape. These magnificent creatures are both a blessing and a curse, and they provide food, clothing, and tools. But when they run, they become a force of nature that can easily crush anything in their path. As you scan the horizon, you see them, hundreds of horses, their manes flowing like banners in the wind, galloping with a speed and grace that is breathtaking. But there's no time to admire their beauty. You feel the ground tremble beneath your feet, and instinct kicks in. You gather your group, urging them to move, to find higher ground, anything to escape the path of this oncoming stampede. The air is thick with tension. You can hear the frantic whinnies and snorts, the sound of hooves pounding against the earth like a war drum. You know that if you don't act quickly, you could be caught in the chaos. Your heart races as you sprint alongside your companions, adrenaline surging through your veins. In this moment, survival instincts take over. You remember the stories passed down through generations about how to navigate such dangers. You lead your group toward a nearby ridge, hoping to find safety. The stampede is relentless, a swirling mass of power and speed, and you can feel the wind from their passing horses whipping past you. As you reach the ridge, you glance back. The sight is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Horses are leaping over obstacles, their bodies moving in perfect harmony, a testament to the wildness of nature. You can't help but marvel at their strength, even as you feel the urgency of your own situation. Once on the ridge, you and your group pause, catching your breath. You watch as the herd thunders past below, a living river of muscle and energy. You realize that this moment is a reminder of the delicate balance of life. You're not just surviving. You're part of a larger ecosystem, one where every creature plays a role. As the last of the horses disappears into the distance, you feel a mix of relief and exhilaration. You've escaped, but the experience has left an indelible mark on your spirit. It's a reminder of the wildness of the world around you, the unpredictability of nature, and the resilience of your own kind. In this harsh landscape, every day is a lesson in survival, and today, you've learned that sometimes the greatest challenges can lead to the most profound moments of connection with the world. You look at your companions, sharing silent nods of understanding. Together, you face the storm, and together, you will continue to navigate the wild, one day at a time. Imagine standing in a world that feels both familiar and alien. 95,000 years ago, the air is crisp, and the landscape is dotted with towering trees and sprawling plains. This is a time when our ancestors, early humans, are beginning to harness the power of their environment in ways that will shape the course of history. One of the most fascinating developments during this era is the crafting of tools from antlers. Antlers, those impressive, branching structures that grow on the heads of deer and elk, are not just for show. They are a treasure trove of potential. Early humans discovered that these natural materials could be transformed into essential tools. Picture a skilled artisan, carefully selecting a sturdy antler, feeling its weight and texture, and envisioning the tool it could become. This is not just survival, its creativity and innovation at its finest. The process of crafting tools from antlers is a testament to human ingenuity. With simple stone tools, our ancestors would chip away at the antler, shaping it into various implements. These tools served multiple purposes, from digging and scraping to crafting and hunting. Imagine using a finely crafted antler tool to scrape the hide of an animal, preparing it for clothing or shelter. Each tool tells a story of necessity and resourcefulness, reflecting the challenges of life in a harsh environment. What's truly remarkable is the social aspect of this tool-making. It wasn't just an individual endeavor, it was a communal activity. Families and groups would gather, sharing knowledge and techniques. This collaboration fostered a sense of community and laid the groundwork for the passing down of skills through generations. The art of tool-making became a shared heritage, a bond that connected people across time. As these early humans honed their skills, they began to innovate further. Antler tools were not just functional, they were also beautiful. Some were intricately carved, adorned with patterns that hinted at the artistic expression of the time. This blend of utility and artistry highlights a crucial aspect of human evolution: the desire to create, to beautify, and to leave a mark on the world. The impact of these antler tools extended beyond their immediate use. They represented a shift in how humans interacted with their environment. By crafting tools, our ancestors were not merely surviving, they were mastering their surroundings. This mastery allowed them to hunt more effectively, gather food, and ultimately thrive in diverse landscapes. Fast forward to today, and we see the echoes of that ancient ingenuity in our own lives. The tools we use, the way we innovate, and the importance of community collaboration can all be traced back to those early days of tool making. The legacy of crafting tools from antlers is a reminder of our shared human journey, a journey defined by creativity, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of improvement. So, as we reflect on this pivotal moment in our history, let's appreciate the ingenuity of our ancestors. They were not just surviving, they were laying the foundation for the complex societies we live in today. The story of antler tools is a story of humanity itself, a testament to our ability to adapt, create, and thrive against all odds. Imagine standing on the edge of a vast, frozen plain, the air crisp and biting against your skin. It's 21,000 years ago, and the world is a different place. The last ice age is in full swing, and the landscape is dominated by glaciers and tundra. This is a time when survival hinges on the hunt, and the bison roam in massive herds across these icy expanses. As a member of a small band of hunter-gatherers, your life revolves around the rhythm of nature. You've spent countless hours studying the movements of these great beasts. They are powerful and majestic, but they are also your lifeline. Each bison provides food, clothing, and tools. The stakes are high. Every successful hunt means survival for you and your family. You gather with your companions, sharing knowledge passed down through generations. You discuss the best strategies for the hunt. The bison are not just animals, they are a way of life. You've learned to track them, to understand their behavior, and to anticipate their movements. You know that they often gather near water sources, and you plan your approach carefully, using the terrain to your advantage. As you set out, the cold bites at your face, but the thrill of the chase warms your spirit. You move silently, your breath visible in the frigid air. The sound of your footsteps crunching on the snow is muffled, and you feel a sense of unity with your fellow hunters. Each of you is attuned to the environment, relying on one another's skills and instincts. Suddenly, you spot the herd in the distance. They are massive, their thick fur glistening in the pale sunlight. Your heart races. You signal to your companions and the hunt begins. You spread out, forming a semicircle around the herd, carefully calculating your approach. The bison are powerful, but they are also vulnerable. You know that if you can drive them toward a natural barrier, like a steep ravine, you can trap them. The chase is on. You sprint across the frozen ground, adrenaline coursing through your veins. The bison start to panic, their hooves pounding against the earth, sending up clouds of snow. You can feel the energy of the hunt, the urgency of the moment. It's a dance of life and death, and you are fully immersed in it. As the herd moves, you keep your focus, urging your companions to push forward. You can see the leader of the herd, a massive bull, trying to rally the others. But you've anticipated this. With a final push, you and your group drive the bison toward the ravine. The ground shakes as they thunder past, and you hold your breath, hoping for a successful outcome. In that moment, everything comes together. The bison tumble into the ravine, and you feel a rush of triumph. This hunt will sustain your people for weeks, perhaps even months. You've done more than just survive. You've participated in a cycle that has existed for millennia. As you gather around the fallen bison, there's a sense of gratitude and respect for the life that has been taken. You know that this is not just a hunt. It's a connection to your ancestors, to the land, and to the very essence of what it means to be human. In this frozen world, you are part of something greater, a story that spans across time and space, woven into the fabric of existence itself. Imagine a world 48,000 years ago, a time when humans were just beginning to carve out their place in the vast tapestry of life on Earth. Picture a harsh landscape, where survival was a daily battle against the elements, predators, and the unknown. Now, let's dive into a gripping tale of resilience and ingenuity, the night humans spent inside a bear cave. As dusk fell, the temperature plummeted. The wind howled, and the shadows grew long. Our ancestors, armed with little more than rudimentary tools and a flickering fire, faced a dire situation. They had been hunting, perhaps tracking a herd of reindeer or gathering wild plants, when an unexpected storm rolled in. Seeking shelter, they stumbled upon a cave, dark, foreboding, and as it turned out, home to a slumbering bear. Now you might think that entering a bear's den would be the last thing on anyone's mind. But in those days, survival often meant taking risks. The cave offered protection from the biting cold and the relentless wind. Our ancestors had to weigh their options, brave the storm outside, or risk waking the beast within. They chose the cave. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of earth and fur. The flickering light from their fire cast eerie shadows on the cave walls, creating a dance of light and dark that mirrored their own fears. They huddled together, sharing warmth and stories, their voices a low murmur against the backdrop of nature's fury outside. This was not just a night of survival, it was a moment of connection, a testament to their community. As they sat in that cave, they were acutely aware of the danger. The bear, a massive creature, could awaken at any moment, but instead of panic, they relied on their instincts and knowledge. They had learned to respect the animals of the land, understanding their habits and behaviors. They knew that the bear was likely in a deep sleep, hibernating through the winter months. Still, the tension was palpable. To pass the time and distract themselves from the looming threat, they shared stories of their ancestors, tales of bravery and wisdom passed down through generations. They spoke of the spirits of the land, the animals that guided them, and the lessons learned from nature. These stories were not just entertainment, they were a way to bond, to reinforce their identity as a tribe, and to instill hope in one another. As the night wore on, the storm raged outside, but inside the cave, a different kind of warmth enveloped them. They took turns tending to the fire, ensuring it burned bright and steady. The crackling flames provided not just light, but a sense of security. They knew that as long as the fire burned, they had a fighting chance against the cold and the darkness. Eventually, dawn broke, casting a soft light into the cave. The storm had passed, and the world outside was transformed, blanketed in fresh snow. The bear remained undisturbed, still deep in its slumber. Our ancestors emerged from the cave, weary but triumphant. They had faced their fears, embraced the unknown, and survived the night. This experience was more than just a tale of survival. It was a lesson in courage, community, and respect for nature. It taught them that sometimes the greatest risks lead to the most profound connections. As they stepped into the new day, they carried with them not just the memory of a night spent in a bear cave, but a renewed sense of purpose and unity that would guide them in the challenges to come. Imagine a time 500 years ago when our ancestors roamed the earth, relying on the raw elements of nature for survival. They hunted, gathered, and lived in small communities. But one groundbreaking invention would change everything: pottery. Pottery wasn't just a new way to store food. It revolutionized how humans interacted with their environment. Before pottery, food was cooked over open flames, often leading to uneven cooking and the risk of burning. But with the advent of pottery, our ancestors could create vessels that could withstand heat, allowing them to boil, stew, and bake their food. This innovation opened up a world of culinary possibilities. Think about it. The first pot was likely a simple, hand-shaped clay vessel. It was a game changer. With pottery, people could prepare more complex meals, combining different ingredients and flavors. Imagine the first time someone added herbs or spices to a bubbling stew in a clay pot. That moment marked the beginning of a culinary tradition that would evolve over millennia. Pottery also played a crucial role in food preservation. Before this invention, food storage was limited. But with clay pots, communities could store grains, seeds, and even liquids like water and oil. This meant less waste and more efficient use of resources. It allowed people to plan for the future, to store food for leaner times, and to share it with others. As pottery spread across different cultures, it became a canvas for artistic expression. Each region developed its own styles and techniques, reflecting the identity of the people who created them. From intricate designs to vibrant colors, pottery became not just functional, but also a form of art. It told stories of the people, their beliefs, and their way of life. The social implications of pottery were profound. It fostered community and collaboration. Imagine groups of people gathering to shape clay, share techniques, and exchange ideas. Pottery making became a communal activity, strengthening bonds and creating a sense of belonging. It was a catalyst for trade as well. Communities began to exchange pottery for other goods, leading to the development of trade networks that spanned vast distances. As we look back at this pivotal moment in human history, we see how pottery laid the groundwork for future innovations. It was more than just a tool. It was a stepping stone toward agriculture, permanent settlements, and eventually, civilization itself. The ability to cook and store food efficiently allowed populations to grow, leading to the rise of cities and complex societies. So, the next time you sit down to enjoy a meal, take a moment to appreciate the journey that brought us here. From the humble beginnings of a clay pot to the diverse culinary world we live in today, pottery is a testament to human ingenuity and creativity. It reminds us that sometimes the simplest inventions can have the most profound impact on our lives. Imagine standing in a world that feels both familiar and alien. 32,000 years ago, the air is crisp, and the landscape is a patchwork of dense forests and open plains. This is a time when our ancestors, the early humans, are beginning to shape their environment in remarkable ways. They're not just surviving, they're innovating. Picture a group of skilled hands working together, gathering fallen branches, logs, and leaves. These are not just any structures, they are the first wooden shelters, a significant leap in human ingenuity. For centuries, Humans had relied on caves or simple windbreaks made of animal hides. But now, they're crafting something more permanent, a place to call home. These wooden shelters are more than just protection from the elements. They represent a shift in mindset. No longer are humans merely nomadic hunters and gatherers. They are beginning to settle, to establish roots. This transition allows for deeper social connections as families and groups come together under one roof, sharing warmth, food, and stories. The construction techniques are fascinating. They use what nature provides, bending branches to create frames, weaving in smaller twigs, and thatching roofs with leaves and grass. It's a blend of art and practicality. These structures are not just functional, they are also a reflection of their builders' creativity and resourcefulness. As these early humans build their shelters, they are also laying the groundwork for future civilizations. This is the dawn of architecture, where the need for safety and comfort sparks innovation. Each shelter tells a story, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of our species. Inside these wooden homes, life flourishes. Families gather around fires, sharing meals of roasted game and gathered plants. They tell tales of their hunts, passing down knowledge and traditions. This is where culture begins to take shape, where language evolves, and where the seeds of community are sown. But it's not just about survival, it's about thriving. These shelters allow for the storage of food, tools, and other resources, enabling humans to plan for the future. They can withstand harsh winters and provide a safe haven for raising children. This newfound stability encourages exploration and innovation, leading to advancements in tools, art, and social structures. As we look back at this pivotal moment in history, we see the first flickers of what it means to be human. The ability to create, to adapt, and to build not just for oneself, but for the community. These wooden shelters are more than just physical structures. They symbolize the beginning of a journey towards civilization. So, the next time you step into your own home, remember that it all started with those early humans, crafting their first wooden shelters, laying the foundation for everything that followed. Their ingenuity and spirit of collaboration echo through the ages, reminding us of our shared history and the incredible journey of humanity. I remember that day vividly, the air thick with tension and the scent of damp earth. It was 180,000 years ago, and I was part of a small band of early humans navigating the vast, untamed wilderness. We were skilled hunters, but we were also prey, living in a world where every rustle in the underbrush could signal danger. As we moved through the dense forest, we were on the hunt for game. Our survival depended on our ability to track and catch animals, but we were acutely aware that we weren't the only predators in this landscape. The saber-toothed tiger, with its massive fangs and powerful build, was a constant threat. These creatures were the apex predators of their time, and we had learned to respect their territory. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. A low growl echoed through the trees, sending a shiver down my spine. We froze, instincts kicking in. The sound was unmistakable. A saber-tooth was nearby, and it was hungry. My heart raced as I exchanged glances with my companions. We had to decide quickly, stand our ground or flee. In that moment, survival instincts took over. We turned and ran, adrenaline coursing through our veins. The forest blurred around us as we darted between trees, the underbrush snapping beneath our feet. I could hear the heavy footfalls of the tiger behind us, each thud a reminder of the danger closing in. We had trained for this, practiced our escape routes, but nothing could prepare us for the sheer terror of being hunted. I could feel the weight of my spear in my hand, but I knew that confronting the saber-tooth was a death sentence. Our only chance was to outsmart it, to use the terrain to our advantage. We veered towards a rocky outcrop, hoping to lose it among the boulders. The tiger was fast, but we were agile. We scrambled up the rocks, our muscles screaming in protest. I glanced back, and there it was, its eyes locked on us, a fierce glint of determination. It leaped, powerful and graceful, but we had a head start. As we reached the top, we found ourselves at a narrow ledge. Below, the tiger paced, its growls echoing off the stone walls. We were safe for the moment, but we knew it wouldn't give up easily. It circled, waiting for us to make a mistake. We huddled together, whispering strategies, our breaths heavy with fear. We had to think like a team, using our knowledge of the land. I remembered a nearby cave that could provide cover. If we could distract the tiger long enough to make a run for it, we might just survive. One of my companions volunteered to create a diversion. With a nod of understanding, we watched as he threw a rock, sending it clattering into the underbrush. The tiger's head snapped in that direction, and in that split second, we made our move. We sprinted towards the cave, hearts pounding, the sound of our feet drowning out the growls behind us. We dove into the darkness, breathless and terrified. Inside, we huddled together, listening as the tiger prowled outside, its frustration palpable. We had escaped, but we knew this was just one encounter in a world filled with dangers. In that moment, I realized the strength of our bond, the instinct to protect one another. We were not just individuals. We were a community, fighting for survival in a harsh world. As the growls faded into the distance, we knew we had lived to see another day. But the wilderness would always be a place of uncertainty, where every moment was a test of our resilience. Imagine standing on a vast expanse of ice, the cold biting at your skin, as you gaze across a frozen land bridge that connects two worlds. This is what life was like 14,000 years ago, during the last ice age, when humans first ventured across the Bering Land Bridge from Asia to North America. This land bridge, known as Beringia, was a remarkable geographical feature, stretching over 1,000 miles. It emerged due to lower sea levels, a consequence of massive ice sheets trapping water. As a result, a corridor opened up, allowing our ancestors to migrate in search of food, resources, and new opportunities. These early humans were not just wandering aimlessly, they were skilled hunters and gatherers. Equipped with tools made from stone and bone, they hunted megafauna like mammoths and mastodons, animals that roamed the land in great numbers. Imagine the thrill of the hunt, the camaraderie of a small group working together to bring down a massive creature that could feed them for weeks. But it wasn't just about survival. This migration marked the beginning of a profound transformation. As these groups settled in new territories, they adapted to diverse environments, from the icy tundras to lush forests. They learned to track animal migrations, gather wild plants, and eventually, they began to form the foundations of communities. As they spread across North America, they encountered various climates and ecosystems which shaped their cultures and lifestyles. Some groups became expert fishers along the Pacific coast, while others developed sophisticated hunting techniques in the Great Plains. Each adaptation was a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The journey across the Bering Land Bridge was not just a physical migration. It was the start of a new chapter in human history. Over thousands of years, these early inhabitants would evolve into a rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions that would lay the groundwork for the diverse societies we see today. The legacy of those first migrations is still felt today. The genetic markers of these ancient travelers can be traced in modern indigenous populations across North America. Their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs are woven into the very fabric of our history. So, as we reflect on this monumental journey, let's appreciate the courage and determination of those early humans. They faced the unknown, crossed treacherous landscapes, and adapted to new challenges. Their journey across the frozen land bridge was not just a passage into a new world. It was a leap into the future, setting the stage for the incredible diversity of human life that would follow.
Anacondas are truly fascinating creatures, known for their impressive size and unique constriction. They wrap their powerful bodies around the victim, squeezing tightly until it can no longer breathe. This technique is highly effective, allowing them to subdue animals much larger than themselves. It's a brutal yet efficient way to ensure a meal, and it highlights the raw power these snakes possess. Interestingly, anacondas are also known for their ability to consume prey that is significantly larger than their own diameter. They can stretch their jaws wide enough to swallow animals whole, which is quite a remarkable feat. After a large meal, an anaconda can go weeks or even months without needing to eat again, as their metabolism slows down significantly. Another captivating aspect of anacondas is their reproductive behavior. Unlike many snakes, female anacondas give birth to live young rather than laying eggs. A single female can give birth to anywhere from 20 to 40 baby snakes at a time. These hatchlings are independent from the moment they are born, ready to fend for themselves in the wild. Despite their fearsome reputation, anacondas play a crucial role in their ecosystem. They help control the populations of various species, maintaining a balance within their habitat. However, they are not without threats. Habitat destruction and hunting have led to a decline in their numbers in some areas, making conservation efforts essential to ensure their survival. In popular culture, anacondas have often been portrayed as monstrous creatures, but in reality, they are vital components of their ecosystems. Understanding these magnificent snakes helps us appreciate the complexity of nature and the importance of preserving it. Their existence is a reminder of the incredible diversity of life on our planet and the delicate balance that sustains it. Imagine a colossal anaconda, its scales glistening in the dappled sunlight of a dense jungle, coiling around the massive trunk of a tree. Now, picture King Kong, the legendary giant gorilla, thundering through the underbrush, muscles rippling, ready to defend his territory. This is not just a battle of strength, it's a clash of titans, each representing the raw power of nature in their own right. Anacondas, the largest snakes in the world, can grow over 30 feet long and weigh more than 500 pounds. They are masters of stealth, lurking in the water, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Their hunting technique is fascinating. They use constriction to subdue their prey, wrapping their powerful bodies around it until it can no longer breathe. Imagine the sheer force of an anaconda squeezing the life out of its opponent. In a face-off with King Kong, that technique would be put to the ultimate test. On the other hand, King Kong is not just a brute force, he's a creature of intelligence and emotion. His strength is legendary, capable of uprooting trees and battling massive creatures, but what sets him apart is his agility and cunning. He can leap great distances and use his environment to his advantage. In a jungle setting, Kong would be able to navigate the terrain with ease, using his surroundings to outsmart the anaconda. Now, consider the environment where this epic confrontation takes place. The jungle is a chaotic battleground, filled with the sounds of chirping birds, rustling leaves, and the distant roar of waterfalls. The anaconda, with its camouflage, could blend into the murky waters, while Kong, with his towering presence, would dominate the landscape. The battle would be as much about strategy as it is about brute strength. As the two titans face off, the anaconda would likely try to ambush Kong, using its incredible stealth to get close. But Kong, with his keen senses, would be on high alert. The moment the snake strikes, Kong would need to react quickly, using his powerful arms to fend off the serpent. Imagine the tension as the anaconda wraps around Kong, trying to constrict him, while he uses his strength to break free, throwing the snake off balance. The outcome of this battle could go either way. If the anaconda manages to get a firm grip, it could potentially subdue Kong. But if Kong can outmaneuver the snake, his sheer strength could prevail. This clash would not just be a test of physical power, but a battle of wits, showcasing the primal instincts of both creatures. In the end, whether it's the anaconda or King Kong that emerges victorious, the spectacle of such a confrontation would be a testament to the awe-inspiring power of nature. It's a reminder of the wild, untamed forces that exist in our world and how even the mightiest can face challenges that test their limits. This imagined battle between anacondas and King Kong encapsulates the thrill of nature's fiercest creatures, each a king in their own right, battling for supremacy in a world that is both beautiful and brutal.
Imagine standing on the edge of a rugged cliff. the sun casting a warm glow on the landscape below. It's 210,000 years ago, and you're part of a small group of early humans, skilled gatherers and brave adventurers. Your mission today? To collect wild honey, a precious resource that fuels your community and adds sweetness to your otherwise challenging existence. Honey, even back then, the sweet golden liquid was also a rare find, often hidden in the nests of wild bees, perched precariously on steep cliffs. The thrill of the hunt is palpable as you and your companions prepare for the climb, your hearts racing with anticipation. As you ascend, you rely on your instincts and the knowledge passed down through generations. You've learned to read the signs of bee activity, the buzzing in the air, the trails of bees darting back and forth. Each step is calculated. One misstep could mean a painful sting or a dangerous fall. The adrenaline surges as you reach the hive, a treasure trove of honeycomb glistening in the sunlight. But it's not just about the honey. This gathering is a communal effort, a bonding experience that strengthens your ties with your fellow gatherers. You share stories, laughter, and the occasional nervous glance at the bees buzzing around you. Each of you has a role to play. Some are skilled climbers, while others are adept at smoked techniques to calm the bees. This teamwork is essential. It's a dance of trust and cooperation that has been honed over countless seasons. Once you've secured the honeycomb, the real celebration begins. You lower the precious cargo down to the ground where the rest of your group eagerly awaits. The moment you break open the comb, the sweet aroma fills the air, and you can almost taste the reward of your labor. It's a moment of triumph, a testament to your resilience and ingenuity. Gathering honey is not without its dangers, but the rewards outweigh the dangers. Honey is a source of nourishment, a natural remedy for wounds, and even a sweetener for your foraged fruits. It's a versatile gift from nature, and you've become adept at using it in various ways. As the sun begins to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, you reflect on the day's adventure. The thrill of the climb, the camaraderie with your companions, and the sweet taste of honey all blend into a rich tapestry of experience. This is more than just a gathering. It's a way of life, a connection to the land and to each other. In this moment, you realize that the pursuit of honey is about survival, yes, but it's also about joy, community, and the simple pleasures that make life worth living. You've forged a bond with nature and with those around you, and as you head back to your camp, the weight of the honeycomb in your hands feels like a symbol of your shared journey, a journey that has been unfolding for millennia. Imagine standing in a dense, ancient forest 32,000 years ago. The air is crisp, and the world is a tapestry of vibrant greens and browns, alive with the sounds of nature. In this primordial landscape, our ancestors were not just surviving, they were innovating. They were about to take a monumental step in human history, the construction of the first wooden shelter. Picture a group of early humans, huddled together, their breath visible in the cool air. They had mastered the art of tool-making, crafting sharp implements from stone and bone. These tools were not just for hunting, they were the keys to a new way of living. With them, they began to gather fallen branches, logs, and twigs, envisioning a structure that would provide warmth and protection from the elements. As they worked together, their collaboration was more than just a practical necessity. It was a social bonding experience. Each person had a role. Some gathered materials, while others shaped and assembled the wood. This teamwork laid the groundwork for community, a concept that would evolve over millennia. The design of their shelter was ingenious. They created a framework of sturdy branches, leaning them against one another to form a triangular shape. Much like the tents we see today, this structure was not only stable, but also efficient at shedding rain and snow. They filled the gaps with leaves, moss, and animal hides, creating insulation that kept the cold at bay. Inside, the shelter became a sanctuary, It was a place for storytelling, for sharing knowledge, and for nurturing the next generation. Imagine the flickering light of a fire illuminating the faces of children as they listened to tales of bravery and survival. This was more than just a physical structure. It was a catalyst for culture and community. The significance of this wooden shelter extends beyond its walls. It marked a pivotal moment in human evolution. With a safe place to rest, our ancestors could focus on other pursuits, hunting more efficiently, gathering food, and eventually developing agriculture. This shift allowed populations to grow and settle, leading to the rise of civilizations. As we reflect on this remarkable achievement, we realize that the first wooden shelter was not just a response to immediate needs. It was a bold statement of human ingenuity. It was a testament to our ability to adapt, innovate, and thrive in a world full of challenges. Today, when we build our homes, we stand on the shoulders of those early pioneers. Their creativity and resilience echo through time, reminding us that the desire for safety and community is a fundamental part of what it means to be human. So, the next time you step into your home, think back to that moment in history, 32,000 years ago, when the first wooden shelter was built, and celebrate the journey that has brought us to where we are today.
Encounter. I had always dreamed of swimming with these intelligent creatures, and today was finally the day. As I slipped into my wetsuit, I could hardly contain my enthusiasm. We were briefed on safety protocols, which included how to interact with the dolphins and what to avoid. It was all very straightforward, or so I thought. The trainers assured us that dolphins are generally friendly and curious, but they also reminded us that they are wild animals. I nodded along, but in the back of my mind, I couldn't shake the feeling of apprehension. Once in the water, the thrill of being surrounded by dolphins was indescribable. They swam gracefully, their sleek bodies cutting through the waves. I was mesmerized. But then something unexpected happened. One of the dolphins, a large male, suddenly approached me with an intensity that caught me off guard. At first, I was thrilled, thinking he wanted to play. But as he got closer, I noticed his behavior changing. He began to circle me, and I could feel the water swirling around us. It was as if he was asserting his dominance. I remembered the trainer's words about respecting their space. But in that moment, I felt a surge of panic. Before I knew it, the dolphin lunged forward, nudging me with its snout. It wasn't aggressive, but it was certainly assertive. I instinctively pushed back, trying to maintain my balance in the water. The encounter turned from a dream into a moment of sheer adrenaline. I could feel my heart racing as I realized I was in a delicate dance with a creature far more powerful than I had anticipated. I recalled stories of dolphins being playful, but this felt different. It was a reminder of their strength and intelligence. I had to remind myself that I was a guest in their world. I took a deep breath, trying to remain calm, and slowly backed away, giving him space. To my surprise, the dolphin seemed to understand. He paused, looked at me with those large, expressive eyes, and then swam off, joining his pod. I was left floating there, a mix of exhilaration and relief washing over me. That encounter taught me a valuable lesson about respecting wildlife. Dolphins are extraordinary beings, capable of both playfulness and unpredictability. It's easy to forget that they are not just entertainers, they are wild animals with their own social structures and behaviors. As I climbed out of the water, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the experience. It was a reminder of the beauty and complexity of nature, and how important it is to approach it with respect and caution. I left that day with a newfound appreciation for dolphins, not just as playful creatures, but as majestic beings deserving of our admiration and protection.
14,000 years ago, the world was a vastly different place. Imagine a landscape dominated by ice, where glaciers stretched for miles, and the air was sharp and cold. But amidst this frozen expanse, a remarkable journey was unfolding. Humans, our ancestors, were facing a dire situation. The climate was changing, and food sources were dwindling. Survival depended on their ability to adapt and explore. As the ice sheets began to recede, a land bridge emerged between what we now know as Asia and North America. This wasn't just any bridge. It was a lifeline, a narrow strip of land connecting two continents, known as Beringia. Picture it, a vast, treeless plain, dotted with mammoths, reindeer, and other megafauna. For these early humans, it was a world teeming with opportunity and danger. These brave explorers, equipped with rudimentary tools and an unyielding spirit, set out across this icy expanse. They were not just wandering, they were following herds of animals, seeking new hunting grounds, and searching for a place where they could thrive. Each step was a gamble, a test of their resilience and ingenuity. They faced harsh weather, unpredictable terrain, and the constant threat of predators. Yet, they pressed on, driven by the instinct to survive. As they crossed this land bridge, they were not just moving into a new territory. They were embarking on a monumental chapter in human history. This migration marked the beginning of the peopling of the Americas. Imagine the excitement and trepidation as they set foot on new soil, a land filled with unfamiliar sights and sounds. They encountered vast forests, towering mountains, and rivers teeming with fish. Each new discovery was a testament to their adaptability and resourcefulness. These early inhabitants were skilled hunters and gatherers. They developed techniques to track and hunt large game, using every part of the animal for food, clothing, and tools. They learned to gather wild plants, nuts, and berries, becoming intimately connected with the land around them. Their survival depended on their ability to understand and respect the natural world, a lesson that resonates even today. Over generations, these groups spread out across the continent, adapting to diverse environments, from the icy tundras of the north to the lush forests of the east and the arid deserts of the southwest. Each group developed its own culture, language, and traditions, influenced by the unique challenges and resources of their surroundings. This rich tapestry of human experience laid the foundation for the diverse societies that would flourish in the Americas. The journey across that icy land bridge was more than just a migration. It was a testament to the human spirit. It was about courage, curiosity, and the relentless pursuit of survival. 14,000 years later, we are the descendants of those intrepid explorers, carrying forward their legacy of resilience and adaptability. Their story is a reminder of our shared history and the incredible journey that has shaped who we are today. Imagine standing in a world untouched by modernity, where survival hinges on the raw elements of nature. It's 9,500 years ago, and our ancestors are navigating a landscape filled with wild beasts and untamed wilderness. They've mastered the art of hunting, but there's something missing, a crucial element in their quest for sustenance. One day, a spark ignites. Perhaps it's a lightning strike or a careless mishap with a campfire. Whatever the case, it leads to a groundbreaking discovery. Fire. This isn't just a tool for warmth or protection. It's a game changer. The moment our ancestors realize they can cook their food, everything shifts. Cooking meat transforms it in ways that are nothing short of revolutionary. First, it makes the food safer. Raw meat can harbor dangerous bacteria and parasites. But cooking kills these threats, allowing our ancestors to consume a wider variety of animals without fear. Imagine the relief of biting into a piece of meat, knowing it won't make you sick. But it's not just about safety, it's about flavor. Cooking enhances the taste and aroma of meat, making it more appealing. The rich, smoky scent wafting through the air must have been irresistible. Suddenly, meals become an experience, a communal event where families gather around the fire, sharing stories and bonding over the warmth and nourishment, digest, and allowing our ancestors to absorb more energy from their food. This means more calories, more strength, and ultimately, more survival. It's a leap forward in human evolution, one that fuels our bodies and minds. As they savor their first bites of fire-cooked meat, it's likely they felt a mix of curiosity and excitement. What other foods could they cook? Could they experiment with different techniques? The possibility of meals, barbecues, roasts, and even the simple act of grilling bring us together, just as it did for our ancestors. Cooking over an open flame has become a ritual, a way to connect with each other and with our past. So, the next time you sit down to a meal, take a moment to appreciate this ancient tradition. It's not just food, it's a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. From those first cautious bites of cooked meat to the diverse culinary world we enjoy today, the journey of cooking has shaped our history, our culture, and our very existence. Imagine standing on the banks of a river 1,500 years ago. The air is crisp, and the sound of rushing water fills your ears. You're part of a small community, and the world around you is vast and untamed. The challenge? Crossing that river to reach new hunting grounds, gather resources, or connect with neighboring groups. This is where innovation steps in. This is where canoes come into play. Canoes, those simple yet ingenious vessels, represent a pivotal moment in human history. Our ancestors, driven by necessity and curiosity, began to craft these boats from the materials available to them. They used tree trunks, hollowing them out to create sturdy, buoyant vessels. Imagine the teamwork involved. Men and women working side by side, sharing knowledge and perfecting their techniques. The design of these early canoes was not just functional, it was a testament to human creativity. Some were made from bark, while others were crafted from reeds or animal skins stretched over wooden frames. Each canoe was a reflection of the environment, tailored to the specific needs of the community. They were lightweight yet strong, allowing for swift movement across the water, opening up new territories and opportunities. As these early canoes glided across the rivers, they transformed the way people interacted with their environment. No longer confined to the land, communities could explore further, trade with others, and even escape from dangers. The river became a highway, connecting people in ways that were previously unimaginable. Think about the stories that unfolded on those journeys. Families traveling together, sharing tales of their adventures, or perhaps a group of skilled hunters navigating to a new fishing spot. Each crossing was an opportunity for discovery, not just of new lands, but of new ideas and cultures. The impact of these canoes went beyond mere transportation. They fostered a sense of community and collaboration. Imagine the excitement of a successful crossing, the laughter and camaraderie shared among those who braved the waters together. Canoes became a symbol of resilience and ingenuity, embodying the spirit of exploration that defines humanity. Fast forward to today, and we can see the legacy of those early canoes in our modern boats and ships. The principles of design and navigation have evolved, but the essence remains the same. We still seek to explore, to connect, and to push the boundaries of what is possible. So, the next time you find yourself near a river, take a moment to appreciate the journey that began 1,500 years ago. Those early canoes were more than just wooden boats. They were vessels of change, paving the way for the interconnected world we live in today. The river, once a barrier, became a bridge, and that transformation is a remarkable chapter in our shared human story. Imagine standing in a world 95,000 years ago, where the landscape is raw and untamed. The air is crisp, and the sounds of nature fill your ears. In this world, early humans are not just surviving, they are innovating. One of the most fascinating aspects of their ingenuity is their ability to carve tools from animal antlers. Antlers, those impressive bony structures that grow and shed annually, were more than just decorations for these ancient creatures. For our ancestors, they were a treasure trove of resources. Unlike bones, antlers are lightweight yet sturdy, making them ideal for crafting tools. The process of transforming these antlers into functional implements is a testament to human creativity and adaptability. Picture this: a group of early humans gathered around a fire, their hands busy with the task of shaping antlers. They would have used simple tools made from stones to chip away at the antler, carefully crafting points and edges. The resulting tools were versatile, used for everything from hunting to food preparation. Imagine a finely crafted antler point, sharp and ready to pierce through the tough hide of a mammoth or a reindeer. But it wasn't just about making tools. This practice reflects a deeper understanding of their environment. By utilizing antlers, these early humans demonstrated a profound connection to the animals around them. They recognized the value of every part of the animal, ensuring nothing went to waste. This sustainable approach to resource management is something we can still learn from today. The significance of these tools extends beyond mere functionality. They represent a shift in human behavior, a move towards specialization and innovation. As these early humans honed their skills, they began to develop a culture around tool-making. This was not just a practical endeavor. It was an expression of identity and community. The craftsmanship involved in shaping antlers also hints at a burgeoning sense of artistry. Imagine the pride they felt in creating something beautiful and useful. Each tool was a reflection of their skill, their knowledge, and their connection to the world around them. As we delve deeper into the lives of these ancient people, we see that their innovations laid the groundwork for future advancements. The ability to create tools from antlers was a stepping stone towards more complex technologies. It paved the way for the development of specialized tools that would eventually lead to the rise of agriculture and settled communities. So, the next time you think about our ancestors, remember that they were not just primitive beings struggling to survive. Imagine a world 2,500 years ago where survival hinged on the changing seasons and the availability of food. In this era, humans were not just hunters and gatherers. They were innovators, adapting to their environment in remarkable ways. One of the most fascinating developments was the use of clay pits for food storage. These clay pits were more than just holes in the ground. They were a revolutionary solution to a pressing problem. As communities began to settle and agriculture took root, the need to store surplus food became critical. Early humans discovered that by digging deep into the earth and lining these pits with clay, they could create a cool, dark environment ideal for preserving food. Think about it. Without refrigeration, how did they keep their harvests from spoiling? The answer lies in the properties of clay. It's naturally insulating, helping to regulate temperature and moisture levels. This meant that grains, seeds, and even some meats could be stored for months, allowing communities to thrive even during harsh winters or droughts. The process was quite ingenious. After digging the pit, they would line it with clay, creating a barrier against pests and moisture. Then, they would layer their food items, often mixing in leaves or other natural materials to further protect their bounty. Once filled, the pit would be sealed with more clay, or even stones, creating a secure storage solution. This method of food preservation not only ensured a stable food supply, but also allowed for the development of more complex societies. With food security, populations could grow, and people could focus on other pursuits, like crafting tools, creating art, or developing social structures. The clay pit storage system was a turning point in human history. It marked the transition from nomadic lifestyles to settled communities, paving the way for the rise of agriculture and eventually civilization as we know it. Interestingly, the concept of storing food in the ground isn't just a relic of the past. Many cultures around the world still use similar techniques today. Root cellars, for example, are a modern adaptation of this ancient practice, allowing people to store vegetables and fruits in a natural, temperature-controlled environment. So, the next time you enjoy a meal, think about the incredible journey of food preservation that spans thousands of years, from clay pits to modern refrigeration. Our ancestors laid the groundwork for the culinary practices we often take for granted. Their ingenuity and resourcefulness remind us of the deep connection we have with the land and the importance of sustainable practices in our own lives. In the end, these ancient clay pits were not just storage solutions. They were a testament to human creativity and resilience, shaping the course of history and our relationship with food.
I've been reflecting on the fascinating world of snakes, particularly the ones that inhabit the vibrant landscapes of Jakarta. It's intriguing how these creatures, often misunderstood, play a crucial role in our ecosystem. Snakes are not just slithering reptiles, they are vital predators that help maintain the balance of nature. Take the infamous king cobra, for instance. This magnificent serpent can grow up to 5 meters long and is revered in many cultures. Its presence in Jakarta's forests is a testament to the region's rich biodiversity. The king cobra primarily feeds on other snakes, which might seem a bit gruesome, but it's essential for controlling the population of various species. Without such predators, we could see an overpopulation of certain snakes, leading to ecological imbalance. Then there's the python. The reticulated python, known for its stunning patterns, can reach lengths of over 6 meters. These giants are non-venomous constrictors, and they play a significant role in controlling the populations of rodents and other small mammals. In urban areas like Jakarta, they often venture closer to human habitats, which can lead to misunderstandings. However, it's crucial to remember that they're just trying to survive, much like us. Now let's talk about the myths surrounding snakes. Many cultures have woven tales that depict snakes as symbols of danger or evil. However, in Jakarta, they are often seen as protectors of the land. The local folklore speaks of snakes as guardians of the forests, embodying wisdom and strength. This duality in perception is fascinating. It shows how our views can shape our interactions with wildlife. Education is key when it comes to snakes. Many people fear them, often due to a lack of understanding. It's essential to learn about their behavior and habitats. For instance, most snakes are shy and prefer to avoid human contact. If you encounter one, it's best to give it space and let it go about its business. Understanding their role in the ecosystem can help alleviate fears and promote coexistence. Conservation efforts are also vital. As urbanization continues to encroach on natural habitats, many snake species face threats from habitat loss and poaching. Initiatives aimed at preserving their environments are crucial. By protecting these habitats, we not only safeguard the snakes, but also the entire ecosystem that relies on them. In conclusion, snakes are remarkable creatures that deserve our respect and understanding. They are not just symbols of fear, they are integral to the health of our environment. By educating ourselves and others, we can foster a more harmonious relationship with these fascinating reptiles. Embracing the diversity of life around us, including snakes, enriches our world and helps us appreciate the intricate web of life that sustains us all.